So for the first part of this jam jar project, where we're going to make a snowman luminary, so we need a jam jar. Now don't worry if you don't manage to get all the sticker off and there's some of these like white bits left, because you're just covering it in white tissue paper. Then all you need is some watered down PVA glue, and we just paint sort of a section at a time with the glue, and then apply the tissue paper. So I've just ripped my tissue paper up into lots of little bits, all random sizes, and I plan to do all over about 3 or 4 coats of the actual tissue paper. Okay, so it's actually quite good that I've left a little bit of the sticker on, because that's going to show me where I started, because sometimes, especially if you're just using all the same colour, you can end up losing track. So what I've done is actually 4 coats, because I ended up having loads of tissue paper that I'd already ripped up. So what I then want to do, just to finish it off, is give the whole surface a final coat of the watered down PVA. And that's just going to mean that every single little bit is stuck down. Now of course, if you don't have tissue paper, you can't track any down this time of year, what you can do is use white toilet paper, and that will work just as well. And you'd probably actually need less layers, and that would work too. Alright, so I've gone all the way around the edge. You notice I left the top. That's always because I leave the top till last, because that's where obviously I'm putting my hands. So that means that I'm not messy right from the beginning. It's like the last thing I do before I would wash up anyway. So I've got some nice thin strips like this. I'm just going to place them around the edge, and you don't need to do 3 layers around this top bit, because we will be putting the snowman's scarf in the form of a jaunty ribbon around the edge. So just one will do to give the effect that we're after. Okay, so try not to paint too much of it actually inside the jar. Just smooth that all out. Maybe because it is white, I might do one more layer around the edge. The more the merrier, why not? Now my watered down PVA glue, that's something that I've always got on the go. So if you mix up loads and you're like, oh, I've got loads left, it doesn't matter, it does keep. You'll just need to give it a bit of a shake, and then you might just need to top up with PVA glue again the next time you use it, but it tends to be fine. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Now that's going to need to dry probably overnight, and if you've got a airing cupboard, probably a good idea to pop it in there, because then it will dry even quicker, or perhaps on top of a radiator. But I probably won't be able to do the next stage until tomorrow. Okay, so it's been overnight, and as you can see, my tissue paper has dried nicely, so I now need to make it look more like a snowman. So all I've got is a scrap piece of ribbon and a couple of black buttons. So the first bit I'm going to do is create his scarf. So just tying around the top of the jam jar, I'm going to create a nice bow tie scarf effect. Like so. And then just with my glue gun, I'm just going to put a tiny dab of glue, and that will just hold that in place, so it won't be moving around. Then I'm going to just give these little bits here a little trim so he looks nice and smart. and cut in some little, I think they're called fish tails. Like so. That looks very cute. And then we need some buttons down here. So again, with my glue gun, just going to do a dab and press down one of the buttons. No rhythm or rhyme how far apart they are. They don't even have to match. Mine are all different. These are the sorts of buttons that come free with various things that you buy that you put in a box. And then think, oh, I'll use them for something. So there we go. All that we need now is a candle.